staring down.
You might think it's not a big deal because all are migrants, but technically and by definition, a refugee is now referred to as a forced migrant. In other words, they don't come by intention. They were forced to flee their country and they never wanted to leave their country. So they had no intention often to leave their country. They were happy where they were until war came. So their intention is not the same. A migrant, an unforced migrant, comes because they intend to work in another country. So they plan for it. They've got years of planning. They've got years of learning English. They've got skill sets that they know they have to bring and can bring. Overall, including working visa, international students, and so on and so on and so on, and refugees, roughly about 370,000 migrants per year in Australia. International students alone is about 200,000. That's just international students alone. The rest are working visa and family visa. Refugees, now we actually only take 20,000. So you can see out of that large number, refugees is in fact quite a small number.
Australia is one of the most culturally diverse countries in the world, with migrants representing a quarter of the population adapting new lifestyle built by themselves. People from all over the world migrate to Australia for different reasons. Migrants may seek asylum to escape war and other calamity in their own country. Some come to Australia for employment opportunity, a better education, a chance for freedom, or simply seek to have a better life and get a fresh start.
My name's Chris Ward and I'm the Deputy Director at the Edmund Rice Centre in Mirrabooka. There are visas for humanitarian entrants, so they're given offshore, and that's a 200 visa. There's also a 204 visa which is granted to women at risk, and those women normally in a refugee camp. And then of course they have marriage visas or spouse visas. So if you come to this country and you had to leave your wife behind, you can then apply to bring them here. There's also 457 visas which are working visas, and they're of course not given to refugees. And then there's a whole range of student visas and working visas and resettlement visas. But I have more information about the refugee visas, which are the 200 and the 204. Well, I think the greatest number of migrants come from the UK, from England and Scotland and Wales, also from South Africa. The majority of the refugees would come from Africa, from Burma, Afghanistan, Iraq, countries in the Middle East.
Yeah, I'm Don Emmanuel Smith. I'm the Sergeant in charge of the West Metropolitan Police Crime Prevention and Ethnic Engagement Office. That's a mouthful, isn't it? I'm speaking from my job in relation to the police engagement of the new arrival population. Our area is to engage these people and to educate them so they understand the law of the land and how things are done in relation to the police and the judicial process. The main four things that we encounter in relation to problems with being is domestic violence, road and licensing traffic matters. The youth themselves is a big issue, engaging the youth to show them the straight and narrow way. Growing population of drugs and alcohol which occurs in every social fabric of the communities.